Welcome, have a nice day. Today is Wednesday, 9th of October 2024. This day is famous for the celebration of World Post Day. World Post Day is celebrated annually on October 9 to raise awareness about the role of the postal sector in our everyday lives, as well as its contribution to global social economic development. The day marks the anniversary of the Universal Postal Union, UPO, which was established in 1874 in Bern, Switzerland. From the history point of view, after independence, the modern Indian Territorial Army was inaugurated by Sri Rajagopalacharya on October 9, that is today, in 1949. Starting the newspaper analysis with the newspaper The Hindu states that, unwilling to be burdened by anyone else's politics, Argentina Foreign Minister says rejecting BRICS. External Affairs Minister Ajay Shankar and Argentina Foreign Minister Diana Mondina, after chairing the 7th Indian-Argentina Joint Commission meeting in New Delhi on Tuesday. Foreign Minister Mondino appreciated the economic and commercial scope of BRICS but was non-committal about the overall profile of the grouping. Argentina is not willing to be a part of the BRICS as it does not want to be a part of any political agenda, as said visiting Foreign Minister Diana Mondino. Here on Tuesday, in an interaction organized by the Observer Research Foundation, ORF, Ms. Mondino called BRICS a very good idea but said Argentina is not willing to be a member of the outfit. We don't want to be burdened by the whatever politics anybody has, said Ms. Mondino, elaborating on Argentina's position on BRICS. Argentina's President Javier Milei had written to the BRICS member countries in the December 2023, rejecting the plan to join the outfit in August month of 2023. During the BRICS summit in Johannesburg, Argentina had joined Saudi Arabia, Iran, United Arab Emirates, Ethiopia, and Egypt in becoming members of the expanded BRICS. Foreign Minister Mondino met External Affairs Minister Dr. Ajay Shankar on Tuesday, and the two led Argentina and India delegates during the 7th India-Argentina Joint Commission meeting. Concluded a productive and a wide-ranging 7th India-Argentina JCM along with the Foreign Minister Diana Mondino today in New Delhi, took stock of our bilateral ties, including in trade, space, nuclear, railway, agriculture, fisheries, health, Ayush, people-to-people, and defense ties. Also exchanged views on the regional and global issues and our cooperation in multilateral fora, said Dr. Jaishankar after the meeting. Hezbollah steps up rocket fire as Israel sends more troops into the Lebanon. Hezbollah fired another barrage of rockets into Israel on Tuesday. Hezbollah has fired another barrage of rockets into Israel, and the militant group's acting leader vows to keep up pressure that has forced thousands of Israelis from their homes near the Lebanon's border. Hezbollah fired another barrage of rockets into Israel on Tuesday, October 8, 2024, and the militant group's acting leader vowed to keep up the pressure that had forced tens of thousands of Israelis from their homes near the Lebanese border. The Israeli military said it sent more ground troops into the southern Lebanon, and that a senior Hezbollah commander was killed in an airstrike. Sheikh Naim Qasim, Hezbollah acting leader, said its military capabilities remain intact after the weeks of heavy Israeli airstrikes across large parts of the Lebanon and attacks that killed its top commanders in a matter of days. He said Israeli forces have not been able to advance since launching a group incursion into the Lebanon last week. Qasim, speaking by video from an undisclosed location, said Hezbollah will name a new leader to succeed longtime leader Hassan Nasrallah, but the circumstances are difficult because of the war. Now going towards the Hindustan Times newspaper states that historic Haryana hat-trick for BJP India begins new innings in Jammu and Kashmir. Prime Minister Narendra Modi greets Bharatiya Janata Party workers and leaders after the party's victory in the Haryana Assembly elections at the party headquarters in New Delhi on Tuesday. The Bharatiya Janata Party (BJP) on Tuesday pulled off a historic and unexpected victory in Haryana and was set to form the government for a record third time, and the National Congress Alliance blanked out opponents in Jammu and Kashmir's first assembly elections in a decade and the first as a union territory, marking a significant verdict with the national ramifications. The polls held the bad news for the former Chief Minister Mahbub Mufti's People Democratic Party, which slumped to its worst ever showing of 3 seats. Mahbub's daughter Iltija Mufti lost the family pocket broth of Bijbihara to the National Conference as Bashir Shah. This was stunning, a reversal for a party that emerged as a single largest outfit in 2014 and formed a government in alliance with the BJP. I want to congratulate the people of the Jammu and Kashmir for voting for a stable government. The voters thought that the National Conference and Congress Alliance will provide a stable government and fight the BJP. I think that is the biggest reason for the victory of the National Conference and Congress Alliance. We will play the role of the constructive opposition. The issue of the people do not end with an election, Mahbub said. While the results of the elections will reverberate nationality, it will have an outsized impact in shaping the political dynamics. In the run-up to the assembly elections in Maharashtra and Jharkhand, it will serve a boost to the BJP-led NDA government in the center, and it will also boost the morale of the BJP itself, which needed the help of allies to cross the majority mark in the Lok Sabha in this summer's national elections. At RG Medical College, West Bengal, 48 doctors resigned in the support of striking juniors. A rally was held in support of the doctors who are on hunger strike in Kolkata on Tuesday. At least 48 senior doctors and faculty members of the RG Medical College and Hospital in Kolkata submitted a mass resignation letter, and those at 2 other state-run facilities threatened a similar move on Tuesday in support of the medics who have been observing an indefinite hunger strike since the last week, demanding the justice for their colleague who was raped and murdered in the August month. According to the people aware of the developments, the decision by the doctors at the RG hospital to resign was taken at a meeting of the heads of the various departments of the state-run institution, even as the Chief Secretary Manoj Pant urged the protesters to remain active stakeholders in the healthcare system. Another senior doctor, however, said the medics will continue with their duties till their resignations are accepted. Tendering our resignations does not mean we will stop working from the tomorrow. We will continue to work till our resignations are accepted. The intention is to send a message to the state government that they should hold the talks with the striking junior doctors. This stalemate cannot continue, Dr. Sumit Hazra, who was among those who resigned, said. Maldives President visits Taj Mahal, calls it a mesmerizing. Maldives President Mohammad Muizzu and his wife Sajida Muhammad on the Taj Mahal premises in the Agra on October 8. Maldives President Mohammad Muizzu, accompanied by wife Sajida Muhammad, visited Taj Mahal in Uttar Pradesh's Agra on Tuesday morning on behalf of the Chief Minister Uttar Pradesh Yogendra Upadhyay welcomed them at the technical airport of Agra. It is tough to describe this mausoleum's beauty, as words simply cannot do it justice. This mesmerizing intricacy and attention to detail is a statement of love and architectural excellence. This awe-inspiring monument is truly a timeless masterpiece, the Maldives president wrote in the visitor's book. He stayed at the 17th century marvel of an hour and was curious to know about the historical and architectural aspect of the epic structure. Quad Navy's kick-off 11-day Malabar drills at Vishakhapatnam. The 11-day drills are being conducted in 2 stages. The harbor phase follows the sea phase. The navies of India, the United States, Australia and Japan on Tuesday kicked off the Malabar naval drills at the Vishakhapatnam at a time when China is seeking to expand its footprints in the vast Indo-Pacific region, officials aware of the matter said. The 11-day drills are being conducted in two stages, the harbor phase followed by the sea phase. The first edition of the Malabar drills took place in 1992, when it was a bilateral exercise between India and the United States. It has since evolved into the multilateral event aimed at enhancing interoperability, fostering mutual understanding, and addressing shared maritime challenges in the Indian Ocean and the Indo-Pacific region. As far as the Indo-Pacific region is concerned, China is seeking to expand its footprint by setting up military bases, bullying countries to advance its unlawful maritime claims and ensure ensnaring vulnerable states in the unsustainable depths to force strategic concessions, as previously reported. Speaking at an event last week, Union Defence Minister Mr. Rajnath Singh reiterated India's unwavering resolve to a rules-based in international order, respect for the international law, and adherence to the principles enshrined in the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea. Now going towards the economy of the country from the business point of view, Tourism champion Nakashtra Sabha's second event held in the Jageshwar, Uttarakhand. Nakashtra Sabha is a year-long campaign running until mid-2025, featuring a series of immersive events at the dark sky locations across the Uttarakhand, including Benital, Pithoragarh, Nainital, and the famous Kartiswamy temple at Rudraprayag. Tourism champion. India's domestic air passenger growth robust in the September month. India is the world's third largest aviation market and also the fastest growing major aviation market. India is currently the world's third largest aviation market after the United States and China, and it's also among the fastest growing major aviation markets globally. PE investment in the real estate hits $3.9 billion in the 9 months. More PE inflows during the January to September period of 2024. Inflows at the $3.9 billion US dollar, that is rupees 32,900 crore, have exceeded the investment quantum registered in the entire year of 2023 across the latest report of the Savills India, a global real estate consulting firm. India's real estate sector is the second largest employer after the agriculture sector, and the phenomenal growth of 18.7% CAGR of this sector poses employment opportunities. Now going towards the world news, including Afghan man planning to attack United States on the election day in November arrested by FBI. 4 Mexican mayors request protection after the colleague's beheading. Hurricane Milton, President Biden says evacuating before Milton hits a matter of life and death. How Hurricane Milton became a devastating Category 5 storm in just 4 hours. A proposed law blocking UNRWA would be catastrophic. United Nations Chief Guterres warns Israel. How many Categories 5 hurricanes have hit the United States as a Hurricane Milton joins a light list of the Atlantic storms? Now going towards science and tech, we have the Elon Musk's X to be reinstated in the Brazil after complying with the Supreme Court demands. The X account of Elon Musk is seen blocked on a mobile screen in this illustration after Brazil's telecommunication regulator suspended access to Elon Musk's X social media network in the country to comply with an order from the judge who has been locked in a months-long feud with the billionaire investor Sao Paulo, Brazil, taken August 31st, 2024. Despite Mr. Musk's public bravado, ultimately X complied with all of the Mr. De Moraes' demands. The Brazilian Supreme Court Judge Alexandre de Moraes on Tuesday, October 8, 2024, authorized the restoration of the social media platform X services in Brazil over a month after its nationwide shutdown, according to a statement posted on the court's website. Elon Musk's X was blocked on the August 30 in the highly online country of 213 million people and one of X's biggest markets, with the estimates of its user base ranging from 20 to 40 million. Mr. De Moraes ordered the shutdown after the months-long dispute with Mr. Musk over a free speech, far-right accounts and misinformation. Mr. Musk had disparaged Mr. De Moraes, calling him an authoritarian and a censor, despite the fact that his ruling, including X's nationwide suspension, were repeatedly upheld by his peers. Despite Mr. Musk's public bravado, ultimately X complied with all of the Mr. De Moraes' demands. They include blocking certain accounts from the platform, paying outstanding fines, and naming a legal representative. Failure to do the latter had triggered the suspension. India's pledges a $250 million for Traditional Medicine Center, a part of the $300 million contribution to the World Health Organization for 2025 to 2028. India, the sixth largest global contributor of the core funding to the World Health Organization, has now committed to give more than $300 million for the organization's core program of work from 2025 to 2028. The biggest chunk of $250 million will be spent on the Center of Excellence for Traditional Medicine. India's contribution will also be used for a new regional office for the World Health Organization, digital health, and thematic funding. India is the sixth largest global contributor to the World Health Organization, which faces a global funding gap of $7.1 billion. India is the sixth largest global contributor of core funding to the World Health Organization. WHO has now committed to give more than $300 million for the organization's core program of work from 2025 to 2028. The biggest chunk of $250 million will be spent on the Center of Excellence for the Traditional Medicine. So far, World Health Organization has received contribution pledges for over $2.2 billion towards the $7.1 billion funding gap. Over the next 4 years, World Health Organization has the mandate to use these funds to save at least 40 million lives through various programs, such as increasing the number of the vaccines delivered to priority countries, supporting 55 countries in educating and employing 3.2 million health workers, and pre-qualifying 400 health products per year. It added that the countries in World Health Organization's Southeast Asia region and key partner organizations have pledged over $345 million in the financing for the organization's core program of work from 2025 to 2028. Indonesia and Bhutan committed to provide a pledge amount in the coming weeks, World Health Organization said, adding that this investment round will see several events this year, culminating in a grand pledging ceremony in the November month on the sidelines of the G20 summit, which is being hosted by Brazil. Sustainable funding needed. On the opening day of the World Health Organization's Southeast Asia Regional Committee meeting recently, a number of the stakeholders, including the health ministries of the various countries, the Gates Foundation, GAVI, the Global Fund, CIFF Rotary, the United Kingdom Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office, UNICEF, and the Asian Development Bank came together to advocate for sustainable and predictable funding for full implementation of World Health Organization's next global program work. WHO's Regional Director for Southeast Asia, Saima Wazid, pointed out that the region is home to a quarter of the world's population. It has many challenges, but also incredible resources and commitment, both from our ministries of health and partners, who have all noted where and how they want to contribute to investing in a healthier region, she said. At last, there's a famous quotation said by a famous president of South Africa, whose name is Nelson Mandela. Full name, Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela, born on 18th of July 1918 after 5 December 2013. Was a South African anti-apartheid activist and a politician who served as the first president of the South Africa from 1994 to 1999. He was the country's first black head of the state and the first elected in a fully representative democratic election. His government focused on the dismantling the legacy of the apartheid by fostering racial reconciliation. Ideologically an African nationalist and a socialist, he served as the president of the African National Congress ANC party from 1991 to 1997. Mandela was a controversial figure for much of his life, although critics on the right denounced him as a communist terrorist. And those on the far left deemed him too eager to negotiate and reconcile with Apple's supporters. He gained international acclaim for his activism, globally regarded as the icon of democracy and social justice. He received more than 250 honors, including the Nobel Peace Prize. He is held in deep respect with the South Africa, where he is often referred to by his Kimbo clan name Madiba and described as the father of the nation. Mr. Nelson Mandela says a very famous quotation. He says that I never lose, I either win or learn. He also says that we must use time wisely and forever realize that the time is always ripe to do right. Okay, thank you.